Hey kids, welcome to the din of my own thoughts. Today's topic is, drum roll, if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. A quote by Pat Riley. Once in a while, a seemingly simple phrase will plant itself in my mind and I just can't let it go. And it grows in scope until its sheer simple genius is realized. In the past, I've practiced. I will still probably practice in the future. I practice to get better. I always thought that if I didn't practice, I just wasn't getting better, not that I was really getting worse. This is a little disturbing to me that if I'm not practicing, if I should forego a practice session, that I am indeed actually getting worse. But this probably truly is the case for several reasons. So the first thing that comes to mind is that there really is no such thing as a true steady state. One, other people are practicing, so the bar is always being raised. We've got a bar here of accepted level, and that bar is going to be raised because other people are going to be practicing and trying to get better. So in that respect alone, if you're not practicing, you're getting worse relative to them because they are indeed getting better. There's also another way to look at this. One of my coworkers drew it up this way. She drew a line. We've got, we'll call it a finite line. We've got better over here, and we have worse over here. And this line actually moves. So even if you are right here, you might be here, but if other people are getting better, with respect to them, you are actually getting worse. This was actually an interesting way to look at it because I had looked at it sort of like a teeter-totter where better was up and worse was down. But after I thought about that some more, the thing that's wrong with that is that you've got two sides of the teeter-totter, so if this side's going up, this side's going down. So maybe if other people go up, you go down, would be a better way to look at that. Now, I had still another coworker who divided his piece of paper in half. Line down the middle. He said, better over here, worse over here. And he said, well, if you're not better, then you're worse. This is actually a little infuriating because he is wrong, 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 wrong. The quote was, if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. Okay? Getting. That implies direction. Not better, not worse, being black and white, one or the other. It's a direction. You're either getting better or you're getting worse. So he was totally off base here. I'll cut off that tirade right now. So backing up a little bit, I want to address the fact that you are either getting better or getting worse. Why can't you just be at a steady state where you aren't getting better and you aren't getting worse? Well, several things are working against you. One, plain old biology. If you don't use your body, it's in a state of atrophy. So you've got that going against you. Try balancing on one leg and close your eyes and then try to balance. You're going to be wobbling around. Yes, you are in general staying in one spot and you're staying balanced enough to stay upright, but you're never really totally still. You are never really totally in a steady state. And this is just the way life is. You are never in a steady state. You're always getting better. You're always getting worse. There is a point where you cross from better to worse, but that is fleeting and kind of, in my opinion, theoretical. If we go back to our sine curve, remember our sine curve from the good old days of math? Yeah. If we have a positive slope, we're getting better. All right? This equals getting better. If we have a negative slope, we're getting worse. Let's try this out on an exercise ball, see what happens. Okay, here I am trying to be steady state on the exercise ball. Sadly, this can be applied to other realms too, like the cognitive realm. If you aren't gleaning more and more of the information that's coming through on the information superhighway, you are getting behind. Other people are getting smarter. Their little brains are gleaning information. Little bits of information are being dropped right into their brain and not yours. Therefore, they're getting better and you are getting worse. So this brings to mind the theory of chaos and entropy, actually. And actually, entropy says that things naturally go from a state of order to disorder, and in order to make things go into order, you have to put work into the system. That's why your house naturally gets dirty. It can all be explained by the laws of physics, but that's a whole other story. All right, I'm going to have a beer. Then everything's going to be getting better.